to another exciting, and I do mean exciting, dare I say, drifting edition of my The Fast and the Furious model movie car collection. I know it sounds like ages since I last did one, and to be quite honest, it was little more than a month or 2 months ago that I last did my previous The Fast and the Furious model movie car collection, or 2, 3 months. Anyways, guys, so we're back. We're back. Guys, like I always do in my Fast and the Furious model movie car collection videos, I usually show you guys the cars like this so that you guys can't see the car that we're talking about until we get to the part where we talk about the car. So guys, you're probably wondering about the cars because you just saw them. So let me just bring them back into frame. You just saw them. Now you're probably wondering, Harry, but what are the cars you are talking about? So they are two of the signature hero cars that featured for quite a bit, and one of them features quite a lot towards the end of the film, and they are, of course, those two signature hero cars from the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. Now, you're probably wondering, hey, but why did you say it like that? Because that's how fast the world is in the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. So obviously the cars I'm about to show you are from the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. But this is going to be part one because it's two separate cars. So here we go. And before I get into the final introduction of this car, one more piece of interesting information, guys. I do consider this car that we're going to touch on later on, and this car, which I will show you in a couple of seconds, the holy grail of finds for the Fast and Furious model movie car collector like myself, because I mean, I've been collecting the Fast and Furious movie cars since they first came out in about, let me think. I think they came out in about year 2016, 2017. Some of the first batches of cars produced by Jada Toys came out for the very, very first time. And I think, if I remember correctly, my dad, God rest his soul, got me Brian's Nissan Skyline or Nissan GT-R R35 from the Fast and the Furious 4. That you remember, guys. I will post a link to that specific car because I do still have it, because obviously it has sentimental value to me. I will post the link to that specific video at the bottom of the description of this video so that you guys can see what that car means to me and how much that car means to me. So guys, before I do the grand reveal, let me just give you guys a little bit of background about the world we're about to delve into. So in the world of the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, which, as we all know by now, I did mention the Fast and Furious movie timeline in one or two of my previous videos. So I will just attach the link to the playlist of all the previous videos that I have done on my YouTube channel. So guys, I am not going to keep you in suspense any longer. The first of the two additions to my The Fast and Furious model movie car collection, straight from the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, is of course Sean's red Mitsubishi Lancer Evo iX. Guys, just look at this car. Look at all the detail on the decals, and man, oh man, that is a beautiful car. So I'm just going to rotate it around the back so you guys can see. Obviously, guys, if you take a peek at the back here, you guys can see that Sean's Evo isn't even mentioned on or isn't even shown on the back here. So that just shows you guys how rare it is to find this car. And I think when I went to go buy it at my local Checkers here in South Africa, I think it was on a discount for about, well, I'll get to the conversion later on, but I bought this at a bargain sale. And when the day that I went to go buy it at Checkers, because it was on a markdown sale, I think there were about like 3 or 2 of them left on the entire shelf, guys. Now imagine the coincidence when that happened. So I'm just going to put the Evo down here out of frame, and then we're going to get into the backstory of the red Mitsubishi. So as I mentioned throughout the course of this video, and I did mention the name a lot, the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift sets the world quite different It's also street racing, like in the first film, but vastly different because, as the name implies, Tokyo Drift, it's all about drift racing on the streets of Tokyo. So, getting into the backstory of the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, our hero is, of course, Sean, played brilliantly by Lucas Black. And he's one of those typical American teenagers. He has a car that he has had for a while. He tries to save some money up to fix it up. And then one day, of course, as it happens in high school, there's the hot girlfriend of the school bully who Sean kind of lightly flirts with. And the bully doesn't like this at all. And as Sean attempts to just tease him a little bit with a one liner, and then he tries to drive off in his car, the bully takes a brick, chucks it through the back of Sean's car, and obviously Sean, slightly enraged by this, stops the car, goes to the bully, and says, "Okay, let's settle this the right way." And then, of course, they're going to abandoned or still in development residential development, and they drag race through this place for the affections of this hot girlfriend of the bully, which in turn she just decides after the race to go with the bully rather than Sean. And Sean basically gets told by the investigating officer, "You got two choices. Either you go to juvenile jail or you go to your dad in Tokyo and you try to be a better person." And then obviously against Sean, against his better judgment, goes to Tokyo and he moves in with his dad. And basically his dad, him and his dad are, I wouldn't say they're like best friends, but they kind of have like a thing where every time over the course of Sean's rebellious teenage years, he just got let off with a little warning. And then his dad reminds him before he goes on his first day to the Tokyo high school that he goes to, "You just don't get it, Sean, do you? After this, if you screw up again, you're going to go to juvie. So here's how it's going to work. You are not going to go anywhere near a car. You follow my house, my rules, and you and I are going to get along just fine." So my very first female crush in the Fast and Furious franchise was, of course, Jordana Brewster, who played Mia Toretto. Because to me, at the time, as the films were still coming out, she was the most beautiful female actress for me in the Fast and Furious franchise. And then Tokyo Drift rolled around, and as Sean is going through his first day of high school because he doesn't understand basic Japanese or he can't speak basic Japanese at that point in time, he locks eyes with the beautiful Neela, played by Nathalie Kelly. And Nathalie Kelly in herself is a very, very beautiful actress. And so Neela helps Sean to adjust to school life, and she tries to make him feel more comfortable. And then once Sean starts to kind of develop feelings for Twinkie, his best friend, played by legendary rapper Bow Wow, warns him to stay away from Neela is DK, aka the biggest jerk in Tokyo Drift's girlfriend. And so obviously as Sean's Tokyo school year goes on, and he and Twinkie become best friends, and he gets to chat to me a little bit more. Two of Sean and Twinkie's friends and Neela later on comes to get Sean to tell him that Twinkie's in a fist fight. So Twinkie sold an aftermarket iPod to Mimoto, and of course this causes Twinkie and Mimoto to brawl at school and get into a fist fight, which Sean resolves by giving Mimoto his iPod with earphones. And obviously Twinkie, not very impressed by this, storms off, but this was only a temporary blown fuse situation. When Sean's first attempt at drifting goes rather not the way he wanted, Han tells Sean after the race, "You work for me now, and when I call, you come." And Han sees true potential in him. He gives him the red Mitsubishi Lancer Evo and tells him, "The red Evo is yours now." And where Sean basically learns how to drift with the the red Evo, and he burns through quite a couple of he burns through quite a couple of Toyo tires to perfect his drifting. So as soon as Sean gets the hang of the drifting, he goes to Twinkie, where the stopover is, where they check on the car with the diagnostics and stuff. He's like, "Yo, Twinkie, I'm gonna put on another set of tires." And then Twinkie just erupts like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, no, man, no. Don't you understand how expensive those tires are? You are not burning through another pair today." Might as well. And then all of this harmonious, slight joking around atmosphere is suddenly broken by the arrival of DK and Mimoto. And then he kind of beats Sean up, and he tells him with like a smirk, but with like serious, like a serious smirk look on his face, "Stay away from her. This is your final warning." Or something along the lines of that. I'll just add in a little clip from the next day at school where Neela sees what DK did to Sean without saying anything. And then after the red Evo is temporarily out of commission for the time being, they get another car that Sean's dad has been building up. And then once again, I can't tell you guys this part of the story because that applies to this car as well, and you will hear about that in the next video. The other reason I bought the red Evo is because for as long as I can remember, and I made my parents crazy with this. Sadly, my dad's no longer with us, but my mom's still around, and I actually have a coffee mug. It's got a little chip on the rim of the coffee mug now, and it's got a similar, well, not this exact paint style and decals and everything Evo, but it's got this specific, well, not the specific Evo, but it's got the same model Evo on that mug. And I always said, if I could have any dream car in the world, it would be the red Mitsubishi Evo from Tokyo Drift. It doesn't have to be exactly screen accurate, just has to be like a road legal car, but have the look and feel of the red Mitsubishi Evo iX from Tokyo Drift. I will try and get some clips featuring the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo iX, or the red Evo as Han calls it. I can't guarantee what scenes I will be getting in because I want you guys to be surprised. So for myself and the red Mitsubishi Lancer Evo iX from the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, this has been an awesome video, and I will check you guys in the next one. Hurry, Dream Chaser!
But I promise you Mom might take care of you. So you just go by the rules her and I agreed to, and I'm sure you'll manage just fine.
Rules?
Yeah, rules. Real simple. You go to school, you come back here right after, and I don't want to see or hear about you anywhere near a car. Here, the bedroom's yours.
日本は土足禁止なの。上履きをちゃんと履かなきゃいけないの。上履きをね。みんな履いてるでしょ、上履き。ね、上履きよ。上履き。上履き。
The red Evo's yours.
Here it go. If you want it, come get it. I ain't kidding, I'm with it. Here it go. So, girl, let me see you get low. Here it go. Yeah, just like that. Move the thing like a boomerang.
What do you mean?
Here it go. I don't need that.
You're representing me now. What you think? I'm gonna let you roll in a Hyundai?
Here it go. Hey, girl, let me see.
We used to come up here when we were kids. Even before we could drive, we'd cut class, sneak out, come up here and watch the older kids drift. Things were different back then. Once I got my license, I practically lived up here. then kids destroyed whatever they had. No, we just made do. No one bothered us.
The day I got my license, it's the day I got my first speeding ticket. The day after that, I won my first race. I beat this rich kid by 3 lengths. I gotta admit, it felt good. It felt like
Everything else just disappears.
no past and no future.
No problems. Just the moment.
Boy needs to chill. Hey, Twink, I'm gonna grab another set.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Another set? No. Look, that was your 3rd set today. I mean, them tires ain't cheap.
DK, grab a chair. We're about to roast some marshmallows.
Yo, come on, man. Look.
Stay away from her, or the only thing you'll be driving is a wheelchair. Wakata ka? Find yourself a new driver.
Respect. You didn't just play with fire, you soaked the matches in gasoline.